Mr. Modi, this is the last warning from Krishna to you. Krishna is telling either you resign or you will be exposed. There's so much of financial scams going on in the country. Everything is Adani, Adani. Who's Adani? Modi's banner. Politicians are buying crores and all other things to give it to the citizens to bribe them for their election. The Tamil Nadu government has given 3,000 rupees for the Pongal celebration, which according to me is wrong. I don't believe in giving freebies. Who's a minister or who's leading these people, he or she, they themselves are corrupt. Who tell the government, who tell the medical council, they are running free 100 beds or 200 beds, but they don't give free. It's all a drama. Even before the vaccine was announced, she said, Geetha, there will be a vaccine coming and don't put it, and you advise people not to put because it's a killer vaccine. The pharmaceutical mafia and the political mafia are so strong that they will kill us. Unfortunately, the leaders of this country are not talking about good food, good health, good education, good roads, nothing. The smart cities have all gone. It is all again another big scam where they made crores of rupees. Country wasted money on that project, and the honest citizens, wherever they are, whichever country, whichever part of the world, they're all suffering. Good morning. Namaste to the people of India. Many parts of India are celebrating the Farmers' Day with different names, especially in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Orissa, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh and Punjab. In different places they give it a different name. But anyway, I am wishing all the people, today is Mattu Pongal in Tamil Nadu, which is for the cows. So we call it the cow Pongal, and I celebrate it and I believe in it. I've been celebrating it for the last any number of years, maybe about 55, 60 years. I don't remember, I've lost count of it. But I have been personally celebrating this Mattu Pongal, which I believe that as a spiritual person, as a person who believes in nature God, I believe all these things. Those days, the older people had a reason for celebrating all this. But today it's become a holiday, like, I don't know, glamour. People just want to take holidays and holidays, but they're not understanding the significance of the celebration. At least now, what impresses me and I feel happy is in many of the colleges, the students now are celebrating Pongal and they're doing some of the rituals as per the old times, okay. I'm happy whether they understood and they're doing or they're just doing it for the sake of doing, we don't know, but at least they're wearing their traditional clothes, they're putting the, all the rangolis and the flowers, and then they cook the sweet rice, the pongal, everything, and they're bringing the cows. So the students are enjoying, but it's nice, it's okay, at least that they are doing. So I appreciate that, okay. But then these politicians, especially now in Tamil Nadu, I think Kerala, wherever there is going to be elections, and more in Tamil Nadu, the people are just buying, the politicians are buying crores and all other things to give it to the citizens to bribe them for their election, in a few months to come. So this is not a good trend. They are only doing this for getting their votes. And even the Tamil Nadu government has given 3,000 rupees for the Pongal celebration, which according to me is wrong. I don't believe in giving freebies. I believe in seeing to that every citizen who is jobless should get a job and is well placed, and his or her family is not in poverty, okay. But that is not the scenario here. The politicians want to make their money and then they want to spend it in this glamour, spending for their own, again, vote bank politics, which is not a good trend. But anyway, it is happening all over the country, and I don't know who's the leader who's going to come and stop all this. I always kept telling my Krishna, I tell my Lord Krishna, Krishna, why are you not punishing all these people. Krishna says, Geetha, I will punish them, and when the time comes, I know you get angry. Yes, I do get angry because when I see some honest citizens suffering and these corrupt rogues, goons, these bureaucrats and these corporates and the judiciary, all the corrupt, I'm only talking about the corrupt people, I'm not talking about the straightforward people, and terrorists and all of them are enjoying at the cost of the innocent, honest citizens. So that time I really get angry with God, and I do abuse Him. I get so angry that I say, I don't want to talk to you, Krishna, because you're cheating me. And I do get angry because when I see rampant corruption everywhere, no obedience, no thing, discipline, nothing, especially the students, you find them, they're so indisciplined. So what do you expect? See, when you have indisciplined rulers or leaders, so-called leaders of every party, who's a minister or who's leading these people, he or she, they themselves are corrupt. So what do you expect this a citizen to be? They are frustrated and they also follow them. So when all this is going to be corrected means it's a big question mark. Okay, nobody knows when all this is going to work. But I always personally believe that the person heading the institution, if he or she is good, then there will be discipline. But till then, we have to suffer, we have to face all this nonsense. So, whether it is right or wrong, we don't know. But we know that the country is in a mess. There's an economic mess. Everywhere there is a mess. Farmers are suffering. Youth are jobless, many people can't afford education, healthcare is very expensive. The other day, in some hospital, they are running a medical college. Why? I don't have to say, just KMCH Convert. One of my servants who came, who's working, she said her husband was not well and she has admitted him in the KMCH. I said, why do you want to go admit there? You can go to the GH or you can go to the ESI and you get good care and there is everything available there. Why do you want to go to KMCH? She said, no ma, even KMCH they give free, but they say free, but when we go there we have to pay for so many things, and so it is not free, but we have to pay. So then why do you go there? So these are all people who tell the government, who tell the medical council, they are running free 100 beds or 200 beds, but they don't give free. It's all a drama, okay? So this kind of drama, why can't the government of India or the state of Tamil Nadu itself make it mandatory that all these hospitals should give 10 or 15 or 20% free beds for the needy, okay? And that also for complicated cases. The other things, they can go to the GH. But even the people, they also want to go to such hospital and get caught, and then they take loans to pay up for the hospital expenditure. Today, for even a simple thing, you go admitted in a hospital for 3 days, it is nothing less than 1 lakh rupees. How many people have that 1 lakh liquidity with them? So what they do, they go borrow, or they have some jewelry, they go pawn it and borrow, and they're suffering. And lifelong they're paying that loan. So what is the security that this country is giving? See, for senior citizens, Mr. Modi now says above 70 people register. For what? We don't know. It must be for some heinous thing. That is, he wants to kill them. Come to know who are all 70, let us kill all of them in whatever way we can. Why should people believe all these crooks? We know they are crooks because, for example, when the COVID happened, I told in my videos to the people that don't put the vaccine because the vaccine was a killer vaccine. This my goddess Kali told me. Even before the vaccine was announced, she said, Geetha, there will be a vaccine coming and don't put it, and you advise people not to put because it's a killer vaccine. They expected all the 60s and above to die in that vaccine, but unfortunately, it is youngsters who are getting heart attacks, cardiac arrest and all these things. But is anybody from the government side, from the official side, taking any statistics of why these deaths so many are happening and what is the reason for it? nobody wants to talk about it. It is only because of the COVID vaccine. So many people are just dying like that. I know, and the people who are in power also know that what I am talking is the truth. Because when I did say this, there was a doctor from abroad. I don't want to say the name of the place because I don't want him to get into trouble. He called me up and he said, "Ma'am, you're the first person to say this, and I, as a doctor, I agree 100% what you're saying is the truth." But I said, "Why, doctor, then why don't you do this video?" He said, "No, the pharmaceutical mafia and the political mafia are so strong that they will kill us." So I said, "Okay, if I have to die in the process, it's okay. It's only because my Kali asked me to speak, I'm speaking, otherwise I won't be bothered. Because I'm a person who doesn't believe in allopathy medicine. I believe in my naturopathy or my siddha or my homeopathy, any of those things, Ayurveda, but not allopathy. Allopathy is okay for certain things, but there are so many people who have become, addicts to those medicines, tablets, especially the diabetic patients. Diabetes, they can cure it in many simple ways. It is your own making. First, why do we get tense? And then that tension only leads to diabetes according to whatever I have seen. My mother was a diabetic, my father was a diabetic, all my siblings are diabetics. But touch wood, God has saved me. But in between, some doctors said, "Oh, you are also diabetic." They get these reports. How many of these reports are genuine? No, nobody knows. That's again another mafia. They see your age and accordingly they'll say, "This is not right, that is not right, this is not right." But luckily, again touch wood, God has always kept me away from these big doctors and hospitals. I am not a hospital person. I am not a medical person. I hate all these medicines. I don't like these doctors who overdose patients. I see a lot of my friends taking for high BP, for diabetes, and then they say tension, hypertension, and then the supplements. The supplements is more a fashion. I find half of them taking these supplements, katoris of supplements, right at the breakfast. Why can't we eat those foods? Why can't you take those supplements in the form of a food? Whether it's a leafy vegetable or whether it's a cauliflower, whether it's a fish or an egg or a meat or any other lentils, everything. We are not doing that, but we take these medicines. The other day, somebody was telling me, which I also personally believe, I used to do it, do it unknowingly because I always felt when the farmer, the laborers in the farm, all that they eat is in the morning, the overnight rice which is soaked in water and kept in a mud pot, not in the steel, not in the fridge, kept outside. They take that in the morning and they put a little bit of buttermilk and then they put little small onions and chilies and take some nice chutney and they eat that porridge, okay? Which is very, very good because it has natural penicillin. There are a lot of people those days used to die because of penicillin injections because they are allergic to penicillin. But the natural penicillin doesn't kill. Okay, so that when they are so strong and they are eating, why can't we eat? So I started eating every summer, continuously in the hot season, only in the morning, that overnight's left out rice, make it a porridge with buttermilk and have it with coriander, with mint leaves, curry leaves, all this is very good, okay? So recently, just a few days back, I heard somebody saying that they have done a research in one of the state hospitals and they've realized that anybody who takes for 48 days this overnight soaked up rice, like the old system, they will not have diabetes at all. So why can't they try? This is a simple trial. It's not a very difficult thing. You don't have to go to a hospital. You don't have to go to a doctor. It is just rice soaked in water overnight and then you are adding on some of the probiotics, that is the curd, buttermilk, and then all the other mints, which is all medicinal, all the other herbs and medicinal herbs. It's all good for health, the jeera, everything. But nobody wants to follow that. But today in the YouTube, we find hundreds of people advising. One says take 2 liters of water in the morning. One says don't do that, your kidney will get jammed. One says do this exercise. One says do this thing. See, people who are not sure of what they are talking, let them not become big advisors. Practicality is one thing, and then misleading people is one thing. Me telling about the rice is we've been doing it. All our laborers in the villages, you see, they only eat that. They are all strong. But we in the cities who are following the Western culture and dieting in the morning and taking those cereals, which is all now they're saying is not good for health. So the juice. Why were they asking us to take juice? Now they're saying drinking juice is bad. So each one has got a new theory, new story to tell. But unfortunately, the leaders of this country are not talking about good food, good health, good education, good roads, nothing. The smart cities have all gone. I don't know how many smart cities Mr. Modi announced, and if at least one smart city is there, I will say hats off to him, but no, it is all again another big scam where they made crores of rupees. The country wasted money on that project. And then everything, the skill development, this, that, everything was a scam. Mr. Modi, my Krishna has been eating my head for the last 40 days. He said, you are making a video and you are telling Modi what I want you to tell him. I said, Krishna, I will do it, but I'm really fed up of talking because it is so irritating and nauseating to see such people, especially these corrupt politicians and corrupt, all these people who are in power, whether they are administrators, whatever it is. Then my Krishna says, tell Modi he can't go long. He is going to be nailed soon. But what nailed soon? Nothing. Their explained files came, nothing. They hushed it up. There's so much of financial scams going on in the country. Everything is Adani. Who's Adani? Modi's Benami. But who's taking action? No. The God is telling, I'm telling Krishna also, Krishna, why do you ask me to talk? You should do. You are the one who can handle these people. Can we do anything? Can we go to the courts? Will the court listen to us? That petition itself will be rejected. If I'm going to go say, Modi is this, Modi is that, whatever you're telling, you're saying so many things which are not opening up. If I go to the court and tell the judge that Modi is all this, are they going to believe me? That's where's your evidence? Where do I go for the evidence? I come running to you. My talking to you itself, people think that I'm mad. I'm mad and I'm talking nonsense. But I know between you and me what is happening. Okay. But then I'm not bothered. It's okay. But please, instead of asking me to talk, Krishna, you do the work. You get into action. All these people who are a menace to the society and to our country, I cannot tell for the whole world. Even in the world, the political leaders, all of them are messing up their countries. Every country is in a big debt. And who's all got all the money? It's the politicians, the bureaucrats, the people in power, and the big corporates. And the honest citizens, wherever they are, whichever country, whichever part of the world, they're all suffering. So all that I can ask the Almighty, whoever it is, some people think it is Jesus, some people think it is Allah, some people think it's Krishna, some people think it is Shiva, some people think it is Kalima. For me, God is one, and that is nature. And I request nature God to save this country, especially from the evil hands of all these corrupt creatures. They're all creatures. They're not human beings at all. So, Mr. Modi, this is the last warning from Krishna to you. Krishna is telling, either you resign or you will be exposed. I don't know for what is going to happen between you and Krishna, I don't know. But then my Krishna has been eating my head off for the last 40 days saying, why you have not spoken. So I'm speaking today in the Shankaranti time, Matu Pongal. Please look into yourself, whether you have done any good for this country and that you are a menace and that you are ruining the economy of the country with a finance minister like the lady whom you are having. Please resign and do good for the nation. Let 2026 see some good. Thanks.
Start your career at KSG Institutions and JK College of Nursing and Paramedical. 15 UG programs, 6 PG programs, 7 research programs, nursing, catering, BSc 4-year nursing course, Bachelor of Physiotherapy 4.5 years course, no donation, no capitation. Join KSG Institutions, Singanallur, Coimbatore.